Welcome to the 2017 IRONMAN 70.3 Cairns Athlete Race Briefing. Further to this race briefing, you're required to read the Athlete Information Guide, which is available online at www.ironman.com/Cairns 70.3. If you have any further questions following the race briefing, please ask our event team located at the information desk in Cairns. Please make sure you've taken the time to check your athlete race kit for all items you'll need this weekend, including your swim cap, number tattoo, category tattoo, helmet sticker, bike seat post sticker, race bib, and most importantly, your athlete wristband. Your athlete wristband is your form of ID, which you'll wear across the whole event. It will provide access into athlete-only areas. Please ensure that you're aware of the bike check-in hours and location. This takes place at Transition 1 Palm Cove. You must have attached your seat post sticker prior to bike check-in at Transition. Upon entry to Transition, your bike will also be visually inspected by technical officials. Bike racks are individually numbered. Please rack your bike at your assigned position. No bike bags or covers are allowed on your bikes overnight. These will be removed as they are a danger in high winds to neighbouring bikes. Please also endeavour not to leave any items at the base of your bike. Instead, place these in either your blue bike, red run or black street gear bag, depending on when you need to access them. Your helmet must be checked in with your bike, and you're required to leave your helmet in your blue bike bag overnight. Helmets are not to be removed from then until the race. You must check in your numbered blue bike and red run bag provided. No other bags will be accepted. The blue bike bag should contain all the gear you require for T1 swim to bike and everything you need for the bike course. You must check this bag in at T1 with your bike and leave it overnight at your assigned bike rack in Transition 1 Palm Cove. You're required to leave your helmet in your blue bike bag overnight. Bike shoes may be placed in your blue bike bag or clipped to your bike. Alternatively, they can be brought into Transition on Sunday morning. The red run bag should contain all the gear you require for T2, bike to run, and everything you need for the ASICS run course. You must leave this bag overnight at your assigned bike rack in Transition 2 Cairns. Your race number bib is compulsory on the ASICS run course. Teams are only required to use their blue or red bags if they have a team member completing 2 legs of the course. Please make sure you're aware of the flow of each transition. There will be 4 transition tours held on Saturday to familiarise athletes with the area and allow for any questions or queries around transition. Transition tours will be held at 10 AM, 11:30 AM and 2 PM. There will also be a Japanese Transition 1 tour at 12:30 PM. To attend these tours, please meet at the entrance of Transition and await your transition tour guide. They will announce themselves prior to the start. Transition opens at 5 AM on race day for any last-minute preparations. You'll be able to bring nutrition and bike shoes to Transition race morning, but these must be left on your bike. You'll be able to bring in your bike pump on race morning, however, you must take this with you when you exit and drop it off at the southern end of Transition with your street gear bag. Bike mechanics will also be available during this period. They'll be located inside Transition 1 and will have resources for basic emergency services only. Your black street gear bag will need to be placed in the tubs at the southern end of Transition 1 Palm Cove. Please remember, Transition closes at 6:35 AM. At closure of Transition, all team cyclists must exit the Transition area. The teams will be allowed back into Transition at the discretion of the Transition manager. Team cyclists can then wait with their bike until the team swimmer passes them the timing chip, when they can take their bike and continue out of Transition. As the team cyclist re-enters transition, you must rack your own bike before you pass the timing chip onto your team's runner. You will be able to bring in your bike pump on race morning. Bike pumps to be handed in at bike pump drop-off at the southern end of transition or handed to loved ones on exit, and ensure they're adequately labelled with the bike pump sticker provided. Starting at Williams Esplanade, Palm Cove, the XTERRA WETSUIT swim course IRONMAN 70.3 swim leg is a beach start. Please allow 20 minutes to walk to the swim start located 1,000 metres south of transition. Athletes will complete one lap of a 1.9 kilometre point-to-point course from south to north. If the water temperature is not greater than 26 degrees Celsius, wetsuits are optional. Please inquire at the information desks if you're unsure of the provisional water temperature. If you choose to wear a wetsuit, please ensure that it is race legal. See one of the Triathlon Australia technical officials for clarification on legal wetsuits. The onshore pre-swim start area will be divided into starting zones corrals based on an athlete's predicted swim time for the 1.9 kilometre course. There are 4 swim zones. Zone 1, under 30 minutes. Zone 2, 30 to 35 minutes. Zone 3, 35 to 45 minutes. Zone 4, 45 minutes to 1 hour. Athletes will seed themselves into these zones based on predicted swim times. You've provided this information at athlete check-in. Groups will commence a rolling start based on these zones, with fastest athletes on course first. Athletes' timing chips will activate once they cross designated swim start timing mats at the entry ramp to the swim course. If for any reason the swim needs to be cancelled after the swim start, you'll hear a continuous whistle sound. If this occurs, do not panic. Please take all direction from water safety personnel and make your way to the shore. If you decide to withdraw at any time after you've crossed the start mats, you must notify an event official so we can account for your safety. It is then the athlete's responsibility to return their timing chip to the dropout clerk located at one of the information tents. Swim water safety is provided by Surf Life Saving Queensland. If at any time you or another athlete needs assistance, raise one arm above your head and they'll come to your aid. Please follow all directions given by water safety personnel. Water safety will use whistles to attract your attention. Should you hear whistles at any time, please stop swimming and immediately follow their directions. The time limit for the swim leg is 1 hour and 10 minutes from individual start time. Any athlete who has not completed the bike course by this cut-off time will not be able to continue. The bike course features 90 kilometres of breathtaking views of the Pacific Ocean and tropical seaside rainforest that tropical North Queensland is renowned for. It is the athlete's responsibility to know the course. Please refer to the course route notes and map provided in the athlete information guide. On race day, there will be distance markers, volunteers and specific course signage at all decision-making points to assist with navigation. Please be aware that while there are road closures in place, there may be local traffic and event vehicles on course in order to maintain residential access and provide race support. You'll have access to 4 aid stations on each lap of the bike course. These are approximately 20 kilometres apart. Please take the time to view what is available at each aid station. All athletes should slow down and pass through these areas with caution. This is the sequence of the bike aid stations. Please read the signage and communicate with the volunteers re your requirements. Athletes must slow down and maintain a consistent speed when entering aid stations. If you do not require any product from the bike aid station, please stay to the right of the roadway. If you need to stop, please pull off the road. Communicate loud and clearly re your requirements. Volunteers are there to support you, not to serve you. Litter zone start and litter zone finish line are provided to define the rubbish and bin and discard zone within an aid station. Outside of this zone, athletes will be penalised. Roads cannot be reopened until the course is clear of all rubbish. Please help by sticking to the rules and discarding only at each aid station area as marked. Please be focused and considerate at all times through aid stations. The safety of yourself, other athletes and volunteers should be your priority. Our volunteers will do their best to deliver what you require, but it's your responsibility to slow down and ensure you have the correct nutrition. If you do receive a penalty, the officials will show you a blue, yellow or red card and advise you of your infringement. Tell you to stop at the next penalty box if applicable, note your athlete number and other information. There are 3 penalty boxes on course. The first is located outbound and inbound at Rex Lookout on the Captain Cook Highway. The second is located at Transition 2 Cairns. The time limit for the bike leg is 5 hours 10 minutes from your race start time. This is a non-drafting event, meaning unless overtaking, 12 metres must be kept between yourself and the bike in front at all times. The 12 metres is measured from the front wheel leading edge of the lead athlete to front wheel leading edge of the trailing athlete. When passing, you must complete your pass within 25 seconds. Be making forward progress at all times. Complete any started attempt at a pass. After being passed, drop 12 metres back. Not re-attempt to pass until you're 12 metres back. If you do receive a penalty, the officials will show you a yellow or red card, tell you to stop at the next penalty tent if applicable, note your athlete number and other information. There are 2 penalty boxes on course, located at Rex's Lookout and Cairns Esplanade prior to T2. The time limit for the bike leg is 5 hours 10 minutes from the start time. Any cyclists unable to reach this cutoff will be collected by event sag wagons. Any remaining team runners in T2 will be sent out onto the ASICS run course at this time, and the team will be classified as a did not finish, or DNF. As you dismount your bike in the bike finish chute, you're responsible for taking your bike to your numbered racking within transition and racking the bike up correctly. Your helmet must remain on and secured until your bike is racked. Failure to do so may result in a penalty or disqualification. You are then able to equip yourself for the run leg at your allocated bike rack location, or otherwise you can change in the change tents located in transition. When you exit transition, you'll pass the transition aid station before you head north onto the run course. The ASICS run course will be a 2-lap run course along the Cairns Esplanade. Runners will exit Transition 2 on Cairns Esplanade and head towards the Esplanade Plaza, where it will start its first of 2 laps in the vibrant hub of the Cairns Esplanade and Port's North Marina, one of the most popular destinations for both tourists and locals in Cairns. There are 4 aid stations on the run course, located within 2 kilometres of each other. You'll pass each aid station multiple times. Please take the time to view what's available at each aid station. This is the sequence of the run aid stations. Wherever possible, volunteers will provide a minimum of 10 metres between tables. However, due to the lay of the land, sometimes table layouts may vary across the course. The sequence of offerings, however, will remain the same. Please note there is at least 2 toilets at every aid station. Unfortunately, again, due to the lay of the land, toilets cannot be consistently placed at all stations. Please ask volunteers and follow signage if in need. Please endeavour to place rubbish in the bins provided. We want to return the city to the locals as we found it. It is with their blessing we're provided access to the course, and don't forget to thank the volunteers. Please be focused and considerate at all times through the aid stations. The safety of yourself, other athletes and volunteers should be your priority. Our volunteers will do their best to deliver what you require, but it's your responsibility to slow down and ensure you have the correct nutrition. Please take time to know and understand the run course regulations. If you have any more questions regarding these rules, please speak with a technical official, visit our information booth, or view the race competition rules on our website. If you are shown a yellow card, you may be directed by the technical official to perform a stop-start penalty. Any 3 infringements will equal a disqualification. If you receive a red card from a technical official, you must report to the race referee once you've completed your race. This race is conducted under the Triathlon Australia TA race competition rules and a number of special Ironman rules. It operates under the 3 strikes and you're out principle. Any and all infringements across the event count towards your 3 strikes. In other words, any combination of 3 rule infringements will result in disqualification. If you receive a red card from a technical official, you must report to the race referee once you've completed your race. Please refer to the Athlete Information Guide on the event website for more information. Pre-race and public first aid is available at the information booth. An experienced medical team will be in place at the event, with medical personnel positioned at the swim start and exit, transition, roaming on the cycle and run courses, as well as a full medical tent setup and team at the finish line. There'll also be ambulances allocated to the event at all times. During the race, please ensure you look after yourself and your fellow athletes. If in doubt, ask for help from an event official or a volunteer on course. Please make sure you provided the staff a check-in with your most up-to-date medical and emergency contact information. The medical team can assist with rehydration, warming or cooling and other basic care. Any athletes requiring further treatment will be transported to the Cairns Hospital. If you find yourself in this situation, your gear will be cared for until you return. Please inquire at the information tent when you return or phone Ironman directly. To help out the medical team, please make sure you are taking appropriate care of yourself on the day. Completing an Ironman 70.3 is a special experience. Crossing the finish line is the pinnacle. Here's a hot tip: make yourself photo ready. In accordance with Ironman rules, family or friends are not permitted in the finish chute. Please let your loved ones know of this rule, as you'll be disqualified if this rule is not adhered to. This rule is enforced to reduce the risk of an athlete unintentionally harming themselves, other athletes, or their loved ones. Team members may cross the line together and enjoy the finish line experience as a team. Team members must wait in the team's holding area located at the end of the finish chute for their runner to approach the finish line. It's also important to respect other finishers and their experience. Ironman hopes everybody makes the most of their time in the spotlight. For teams, there will be a relay team's holding area near the finish chute, and relay teams are encouraged to cross the finish line together. Relay teams will receive their finisher towel and medal upon finishing. If not all members of the relay team cross the finish line together, then the runner may pick up their relay team members' medals and towels. Once you cross the finish line, there'll be finish line catchers to meet you and escort you through to the recovery area. You'll be presented with your finisher's medal and towel. Catchers will briefly assess you and take you to medical if required. The recovery aid station will offer food and drinks. Massage therapists will be available. Your street gear bag will be available for collection. Event staff and volunteers are within the post-finish area. Please advise us if you require assistance. Bikes will be available for collection from 2 p.m. or at the discretion of event personnel. You must show your athlete wristband in order to retrieve your bike from transition. Please do not attempt to remove your bike prior to this time. All bikes must be collected from transition by 4:30 p.m. on Sunday. Presentations will be held on Sunday, June 11 at 5:30 p.m. at the Pacific Ballroom at the Pacific Hotel. The roll-down ceremony for Chattanooga, Tennessee, USA, September 9 and 10, 2017 will take place immediately following the presentations at approximately 6:15 p.m. There are 30 qualifying slots on offer, and you must be present to claim your slot. The 2017 Ironman 70.3 Cairns requires the support of over 1,500 volunteers in order to deliver the event. Our team of volunteers at the event will contribute a combined total of around 10,000 hours to assist, support and motivate you from the start to the finish of your race. We encourage you to say thank you to the volunteers whenever possible, for without the volunteers, we simply would not be able to run any Ironman events. This is the end of the athlete video briefing. As advised at the start of this video, you can obtain further information from visiting our information tents if required. Good luck on Sunday, and we look forward to celebrating with you at the finish line.